everybody, it's Catherine from Jayne Catherine on Books, and I'm here with a quick wrap up for the books that I read in September. So I had a much better reading month this month. If you remember, I've struggled a bit. I've struggled for a few months, and I think I've got back into the swing of reading, and I've got some higher rated books as well this month. So 2 DNFs though. I think you'll be pleased to know that I've DNF'd the Dollmaker. Sorry, but the King and Queen and the Dwarf, they're gone. They're gone. I couldn't waste my time with it really. Sadly, I've DNF'd for now the Silent Patient. I will pick it back up again and give it another try at some time in the future. So I'm not saying I'm giving it up for good. But I just can't get into it, and there's quite a few people have sort of encouraged me to persevere with it because the ending's fantastic. So I'll see how I feel. I'll pick it up someday. So that's that. Now 3 stars. What did I have? Well, The Invisible Man. I'd already done my wrap up for that. I gave it 3 stars. Very futuristic. Very interesting for its day. It must have been really out there. It was, I enjoyed it. It's ticked off my classic list, but just a 3-star for me. Then my highly anticipated but most disappointed, well, I shouldn't say disappointed because it's still a good 3.5 stars, was The Switch by Beth O'Leary. Now this is the one where the grandmother and the granddaughter, they swap lives. So the granddaughter goes to live in rural Yorkshire and stays in her grandma's cottage, and the grandma goes to London in her 80s to live the high life and find new men. I don't blame her, that sounds right. Yes, I enjoyed it. I think I was expecting greater things. I've got the flat share to read. It's on my shelves. I've had a tidy up. I've had all my books out, spring clean, autumn clean. Quite happy with that. And I've got that to read, the flat share. It's on my TBR for October. The Switch for me was just okay. I was expecting it to be a lot more exciting, I think. I was expecting more excitement. But still, it's still well written. There's still a lot in there about relationships between older people and younger people, and what older generation has got to give and to teach us all. And also it was good for the granddaughter to come off this fast track high life for a bit and look at herself and what's really important. But it was no great shakes for me. So still a well-deserved 3.5. We'll see if I think the flat share's better. Any more 3.5s? No, I don't think I did. No, I didn't. Obviously, as we're going along, you'll see the books put up as we're going along for each book, because I've already showed these in the haul. So 4 stars, Summer in Provence by Lucy Coleman. This was a lovely feel-good factor. I've already done the review for this. This is the one where a young couple, been married about 7 years, win the postcode lottery or something, win loads of money anyway, and go the separate ways for a year because the husband fancies doing a bit of backpacking and is fed up with mundane, boring married life. Well, that's sad for him, isn't it? Poor lad. Anyway, I really did enjoy it. There were parts of it that sort of brought it back down to a 4. There were, I really enjoyed the writing style. Just a little bit slow in parts, but still, a worthy 4 stars. Then my next 4-star was Peril in Paris, Catherine Woodfine. Now this is a children's book. This is middle grade. Oh, and it's the first one in this new series by Catherine Woodfine. And I enjoyed it. It was just good fun, just adventure. daring do, and these two girls that run this agency, and life in England back in the day, and they were just starting to fly aeroplanes, and there's a bit of an aeroplane flying tournament in it, and just, you know, just something that I would have really loved as a child to read, and it was exciting. Yeah, good story, well written, a solid 4 stars for that. So yeah, I would carry on with that series. Then the next is The Treatment by C.L. Taylor, and these last couple I haven't done a review yet, I don't think, so that'll be coming up soon. This was well on track to being a 5-star. It was really exciting, really thrilling. People were being sent to this like detention centre, which was like a living detention centre for people, you know, young kids, adolescents being expelled from school, or they just couldn't manage them. And there was something strange going on there. It wasn't all what it seemed, and there weren't altogether ethical practices going on. It sort of reminded me a little bit of a YA version of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. It got those sort of vibes with it, and very exciting. What let it down for me was the ending. I couldn't make head nor tail of the ending. Suddenly this ending came up, and I thought, that doesn't make any sense. How would they come to that conclusion? I think we were given no hints along the way as to how that ending came about, so that knocked it back down to a 4 stars for me, but I'll do a full review. And then finally, my 5-star for this month is The House Share. Now I can't recall who that's by. I've written C.L. Taylor, and I'm sure it isn't. The C.L. Taylor is The Treatment. I'll just have a look on here who did The House Share. Kate Helm. That's it, Kate Helm. Fantastic. I really enjoyed it. I loved the characters. So it was a bit of a, it's in modern day London, and it's a bit of a sort of not really a commune, but that type of setup in the middle of London. So city living commune, where they're all single people, and instead of them sort of living in flats all on their own and getting lonely and that sort of thing, they could all apply to live in this big old building, have their own studio room with an ensuite, etc. And then on each floor there was one floor for the kitchen and the dining room. The basement was the laundry. The next floor up, you know, they've got health facilities, you know, sort of, not health, you know, football, table football, and, you know, leisure time activities. And then on the roof, they've got a terrace, they've got a little bar, and so they could all mix. But it's a good psychological thriller, and people keep getting done in. Yes, they keep getting done in, and so you've got to try and work out what's going on. I guessed the wrong person. So that's a sign of a really good thriller for me, because I read that many thrillers. If I don't get the ending guessed correctly, then it's been well and truly interweaved. So I highly recommend that you go and read that one. So in total I started 8 books, 2 DNFs. I got 1 3-star, 1 3.5 star, 3 at 4 star, 1 at 5 star, and then the one that I've got on my TBR that I haven't quite finished is The Forgotten Letters of Esther Durant. Really enjoying this one. This is looking at 3 perspectives in 3 different years. So about halfway nearly halfway through it. So I didn't quite make this one for the end of September, but nevertheless, last but not least, I'm really enjoying it. As I said, I enjoyed The Botanist's Daughter, the last one I read by Kate. Whether it's Kate or Katie, I'm not sure. So I should get this finished in the next couple of days, but that will go on to my October wrap up. So there we go. Much happier that I'm back on track. I've had a much better reading month. Hope you have too, and I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.